Fuck your temptation, don't give in to the sensation. Listen, I'm wanting you, baby. Look, my friend, yeah, she wanna play pretend. She wanna play pretend.
Yo, if you're with us in the chat, welcome in. Happy Thursday. I hope you've had a great week so far. Let us know what you're working on in the chat. We're going to wait for some more of our community to get in here before we get started. But if you want to know how to submit your music, make sure you hit exclamation mark submit. And if you want to skip the queue, exclamation mark skip will show you how to do that. We're live right now on Twitch, twitch.tv/KayvanMD. We'll be live for the next couple hours listening to your music, giving feedback. We'll get started here very shortly. But in the meantime, make sure you send your music in if you haven't yet. And I can't wait to get into your music tonight. If you're with us in the chat on Instagram, come join us on Twitch. We're live right now. We'll be live for the next couple of hours, listening to music, giving feedback as a community, just like we do every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 8. What up, if you're with us in the chat, welcome in. Happy Thursday, happy Thursday. I see some people popping in here now. It's good to see you guys. I hope you've had a good week so far. We got some cool announcements coming up before we get started, but if you are in the chat and you have not submitted your music yet, make sure you hit exclamation mark submit if you want to submit your music to our submission form. It's free to do so. So just make sure you send your music in. If you want to get played on stream tonight, that is going to be the way you need to submit your music. So just make sure you tap in with that. We have a couple subscriber submissions that rolled over from the last stream. But if you do subscribe or gift a sub, that will get you bumped up into our priority queue, which you guys will see very shortly. That is a guarantee you'll get played on stream today before the end of stream. And every 5 priority subscriber submissions, we will bump somebody up from the submission form at random using a spinning wheel that we love to use. It is one of our most enjoyed moments on stream as well. Jose, thank you so much for the sub. We're going to make sure we get Galaxy Rances bumped up into that priority queue, marked in orange. Hey, so Marnie, what's going on? Welcome in. I don't know if you guys... Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Or nah? I need to make sure, because sometimes the mic gets a little fucked up, so tell me if you can hear me or not. We'll get started here shortly, but as you can see, our priority queue in orange is slowly building up. All right, good. Hey, so Marnie, what's going on? 9 for free, what's going on? Bo Music, welcome into the chat. Hello, everybody. Look, we've got a couple new things in here right now. Don, a.k.a. Boots, what's up? If you want to submit your music, exclamation mark submit, but you probably noticed a couple little extra things that have popped up in my little camera moment. So as you can see, we've got our social things above me up here to the left. At KayvanMD, at Kayvan's house. Make sure you go follow if you want to keep up with us on the social side of things. I'll show you all the things that are going on in Kayvan's house as well before we get started. And then right underneath me right here, I just locked in this partnership with 2 Lost. So if you guys are looking for a new place to distribute your music, I am very pro 2 Lost over here. I will say my experience with them has been amazing. That is because they prioritize what I work on, and I appreciate that. But if you are looking for a new place to kind of self-serve and kind of get your music out there, I love that tool on the back end. It's one of my favorite platforms, and that's why I'm always pushing people to use it. So they hooked me up. If you want 3 months of free distribution, all you got to do is use the KH code, which is obviously for Kayvan's house. But if you use the KH code while you're signing up, you'll get 3 months of free distro. So you can test it out. You can get in there. You can see the back end. You can see if it makes sense for you and if you like it. So if you are looking for a new distribution platform where you can sign up and do it yourself, boom, right here underneath us. What's up, Jalen? What's up, Seth? How you guys doing? Welcome in. Patry, welcome in for the first time. It's nice to see you. If you guys are in the chat for the first time and you need to know how to submit your music, it's exclamation mark submit. to figure out how to submit your music, it's going to pull up a Google form for you to fill out. It'll take you over here. And if you want to skip the queue, and I'll give the whole intro of like what I do, who I am, and all that in a second once we get some more of our community in here. But if you are looking to skip the queue and guarantee you get played on stream today, the best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub. That'll get you bumped into our priority queue marked in orange. Every 5 priority subscriber submissions, we will bump somebody up at random, like I said, using our lovely spinning wheel over here so we can have it be nice and random. And then the last 30 minutes of stream will always be dedicated to people who are in the chat hanging out with us too. So if you just hang out with us and take some time to take part in what we're doing here, there is always an opportunity for you to get bumped up for free later in the stream as well. So it's not just about you guys giving me money or whatever, buying subscriptions or whatever. Like, that's a guarantee to get played because that's what people wanted. But at the same time, there are other opportunities for you to get bumped up as well. Dom Boots, I didn't see anything pop up for that, and usually I do get a notification, but, I'll trust you. Let me know the artist name in the chat, and we'll make sure we get you bumped up as well. We do have an honor code in here, so please just don't lie to me. That's the only thing that I ask for in my life. Seth said the Bellagio Suite EP is live on all DSPs. Amazing. If you do have new releases coming out, or new releases that have dropped this week, make sure you use this link that I just put in the chat to add it to my release calendar. That is my way of keeping up with all of your new releases that come out week to week. And I do go to that first when I'm updating our Kayvan's House New Music Who This playlist. So make sure that you get in there and submit your music as well. I don't know if Kid Spyro's in the chat right now. It doesn't look like he is. So let's move this one back to yellow. We won't start with him today. He said he wanted it to only play if he was here in the chat. I'm going to try and get some more of our community in here in the Discord as well. If you are with us on Instagram, come send your music, and all you gotta do is hit the link in my bio. It's free to submit your music, and we'll be giving feedback, playlisting songs, and following artists for the next 2 hours. All right. What's everybody been up to? Let us know in the chat. We'll get started here very shortly. I'll give you guys kind of a rundown of who I am and what I do and what this is. But like I said, a couple new things that we have in here. If you are trying to get, distribution, and you're looking for a new place to just try out and give it a shot for free,
Sir,
here's a code for you guys, and also the sign-up link for 2 Lost. You'll get 3 months of free distribution if you use my code KH. So just know that's an option. Stella said I've been working on a film, haven't been uploading music in the past few months, but we'll be soon. That's fine. Honestly, bro, even if you wanted to send in, I don't know if you can share stuff from the film ahead of time, but if there's ever a time you want us to take a look at that and give feedback too, I'm a big film buff. I love film. I love movies. I'm always happy to look at whatever you guys want me to look at. Like I said, it could be content, music videos, music, beats, whatever you want me to take a look at, I'm down to. Creating a film about my last EP, locked in a sponsor my film that worked on everything, everywhere, all at once. Ooh, that was one of my favorite movies that came out in that year, by far. I mean, one, as an Asian person, two, just generally, the whole fucking thing was just something I really, really enjoyed. The storyline, big sci-fi nerd, so I loved that too. For all the Asian artists who are in the chat right now, I do have a really, really cool opportunity for you guys that you should go check out. So, if you are looking for a new opportunity to win $10,000 in cash, potentially, a distribution deal with Empire Asia, and then also you'll be able to get in front of some really, really top level Asian producers, artists, and stuff like that too. I'm gonna put a link to this in the chat, but I'm pushing this. It closes tomorrow, so you do have to get into the super app and go do it, the open app. So make sure you hit the link in the chat. This is for a contest you can enter for. It closes tomorrow, so you have to get your entries in pretty quickly, but you can just use existing footage of you performing basically one of your lives, one of your songs live in content or whatever, and upload that. All of the rules you'll be able to find if you sign up for the app and scan the QR code, which is in this post. So make sure you tap in and check this out, because it might be an opportunity for you to, maybe change your life in some ways. Especially, and this one is only for Asian artists. So if you are an AAPI artist, or if you're an Asian artist from anywhere in the globe, you can enter for this one. But for everybody who's not an Asian artist in here, this app is going to open up to more communities as well. And the next contest that they do after this, which will also have prizes. Yes, Indian does absolutely count. All Asians, this was something that I made sure of as well. All Asians are allowed to enter for this. Yes, Indian is Asian. That is Southwest Asian. That absolutely counts. What up, David? We're live on Twitch right now. Come hang out with us. So if you are one of my AAPI community members in here, again, make sure you enter for this competition. I put it in the Discord. Here's a link to the post again, but this is an amazing opportunity. So the guy who founded this app is a guy named Jason Ma, who was also one of the co-founders of 88 Rising. He's in a bunch of shit, like especially for Asian artists. Like this dude is tapped the fuck in. So they're launching this contest. It closes tomorrow, so you got to be in there. You got to send your thing in by tomorrow. Look, these are the only things. You got to be 18. You got to submit an original song or like a performance of an original song. How to enter, you got to do it in the app, so make sure you get the app. Make sure you go join all of these things. But if you go to the beginning of this and kind of click through, you'll be able to see it too. And then some of the other artists and people involved in this at Avex USA, which is a huge label on the Asian side of things. Verbal, who's a big rapper producer. Jeffrey Yu, Madison Love, and Brian Lee, all people who've been doing this for a really long time, and will be great for you to get your music in front of as well. So if you are an AAPI member of my community, make sure you submit for this. It's a great opportunity for you, and if you aren't, just make sure you tap in with the app too. There's a lot of cool things in there. I think there's like something about being able to make merch directly in the app, sell it directly from the app, not have to get drop shipping, any of that stuff. It's very all-inclusive, so there's a lot of things and tools you'll be able to use if you're an independent or an emerging artist on the back end of this app as well. You're not guaranteed to listen if you don't sub, but I do try and get through as many free submissions as possible. So like I said, every 5 priority subscriber submissions will bump somebody up at random using the spinning wheel. And then when we get to the last 30 minutes of the stream, it's usually just free from then to the end of the stream. And we'll just try and bump people up from the chat. So the options are basically stick around, hang out with us, subscribe or gift a sub if you want to guarantee you get played on stream. But otherwise, just like stay here, have fun, see what happens, see if you like the music, discover some new music with us, follow some artists, take part, kind of just tell us what you think of the songs as we listen, because that's a big part of what we do here as well. And then, you know, we'll try and get to you as much as we can in those free sections. So there are options. That's basically what I want to say. And I'll go into the whole spiel of like what I do, who this is, who I am, what this is right now, so you guys can understand all of the opportunities we have for independent and emerging artists, because there is a lot. Outside of this stream specifically, there are still other ways that you can get your music in front of me for free. So let's get into the whole thing, all right? If you are a member of our community playlist actually closes tonight. So in the Discord, there's always playlist opportunities. In the Discord, every single month, we have our community playlist, which opens in a specific channel. Tonight, that closes. It is a Spotify playlist specifically, so make sure you submit your Spotify links if you want to be considered for that. On the Kayvan's House page on Instagram, we have a bunch more things. So we have a bunch of content and stuff like that. Charlie, I don't know, but I got it in the list anyway. So today, you know, I did a Q&A video yesterday. You guys can ask me whatever questions you want about the music industry here in the chat if you want. But if you don't get a chance to ask it or I don't get a chance to answer, you can also leave me a comment in this series of videos, and I'll try and make more content explaining and answering your questions that you have for me. Every Monday and Thursday, I go live on stream here and I save songs into a playlist called Songs We Found on Twitch. Every Tuesday, I come back to make content about the songs we made in the last week, so that's another opportunity. Like I said, our release calendar is something I check every single Friday for this playlist, the New Music Who This playlist, which is for independent artists in our community and covering the music that you guys are releasing. All of this is free. Also, I just dropped a new Songs We Found in the Comments post today on Instagram too, so if you want to get your music in there, you can also go comment, and I'll be listening to those week to week. That is, again, an opportunity for you if you don't get played on stream. And yeah, there's just a bunch of like content that I make around artists. This weekend, I'm going to do a bit of an impromptu stream to go through some interviews that we did recently at Digilog Days, so keep your eyes open for that. I'll be talking about on socials for the next couple of days. And yeah, for everybody who doesn't know who I am, my name is Kayvan. I'm the director of A&R at Genius Distro. I've been at Genius for the last 8 years, working on everything from verified, deconstructed, open mic, content strategy, branded content, live events. And for the last 2 years, I've been signing artists and putting projects out, pushing them to DSPs, doing DSP pitching, doing curator pitching, and just helping artists tell their story and get in front of a wider audience. I've signed about 7 artists from this community to Genius Distro so far. Some of the clients we've worked with in the last couple of years include Win, Overcast, Angela Moda, Shoka, Serena, Chris Crack, Antone Now, who I found here, Cece, who I found here, Serena, I found here, Leia, I found here, Bray, My Name Isn't J-Mac, both of which I found in here as well. And some of these artists have music coming out. But we also just recently signed Shloob from Louisville, Kentucky, who's somebody else that I didn't find here initially, but have kind of reconnected with as well. All right, definitely make sure you come join us on Twitch too. So yeah, that is what I do. I also manage artists, and I've been managing for like the last 10 years. I produce music. I've been a classical musician since I was about 8. And so everything that we do in here is really about music feedback and helping artists develop and grow over time. Yeah, Win is a Genius Distro artist. Serena also a Genius Distro artist. We've actually got a full album coming with Win next year, and hoping we'll have more music with Serena next year as well. But regardless, have loved working with her and her team. They're doing an amazing job, and the music is incredible. So it was a pretty easy signing for me. So, like I said, been working in the music industry for a long time, playlisting things for a long time, and so this stream was supposed to be a way for me to just connect with you guys, listen to your music, give feedback, and hopefully help you develop if there's things that like maybe I hear that could be better in the songs, or things that you could work on from any aspect of it, whether it's production, writing, arrangement, mix master, like down to content that you're making, a social strategy and stuff like that. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the chat. I'm always happy to answer them. There's really only one rule in here, and it's please to be respectful of each other as we're listening to music. I don't tolerate any disrespect for artists to other artists, and that's just the way that it's going to be in here. So just know you'll get a couple warnings, but if you continue to be disrespectful, you will just get kicked. I don't care. Like at the end of the day, that's just what I want this place to be. So, you know, I'll kick people out. I don't give a fuck. All right, that's about it. If you want to submit your music, like I said, !submit will pull up the Google form. That's how you submit. If you want to skip the queue and guarantee you get played on stream today, the best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub. That'll guarantee you get played and get you bumped into our priority queue marked in orange. Every 5 priority subscriber submissions will bump somebody up at random for free from the submission form. And I think that's it. I think that's everything. If there's anything that I missed, let me know. But yeah, that's kind of the structure here. You guys will see how it's like structured as we get going. So stick around, take part, let us know what you think of the songs. Let's just get into the music so you guys can kind of see what the process is like. And yeah, that's it. Cool. Make sure you take advantage of the free opportunities too. Like I'm always trying to tell artists, like, yo, like I got hella free opportunities for you guys because I want to. And sometimes people just don't take advantage of them, and that's weird to me. If you don't like free opportunities, that's fine, but just know that like a bunch of other people are going to charge you for the shit that I'm not charging you for. So please take advantage of those free opportunities because it's really just for you. Like I just do this because I've gotten a lot out of the artist community in my career, and I want to give back to the artist community, and that's really why I do this at all. So just know that's what this is about. All right, up first, we've got K-Dame with Starlight featuring Xanthivia, produced by Lucas Quinn, who's a producer that I fucking love, honestly. He produced Questions for my artist Ashoka and some other things that we've worked on as well, and I'm just a big fan of this producer. It's rare that I hear something that he's made that I don't like. So, Starlight, K-Dame, let us know what you think in the chat. Let's get going. Let's get into it. And if you're in the chat, too, like, let us know what you've been working on. Let us know what you're thinking about. Like, this is like... we're just chatting, so if you've been watching something, you've been listening to some shit, let us know in the chat. Because we're just hanging out, listening to music, and discovering things together right now. Hey. K-Dame Music on Instagram. Let us know what you think in the chat, as always. I do kind of like this. It's maybe a little slow for my taste personally. I think like I have not been super into like slower hip hop recently, and that's again just like a very personal thing. I like the female vocal on this. I think it sounds really cool. It's almost a little MIA-esque, which I like. 9 let us know the artist name in the chat. We'll get you bumped into the priority queue. K-Dame Music on Instagram if you're rocking with this one. This sounds fresh to Seth Norley. It is cool. I think I just really have to be in the mood for it because of the pacing of the production. All right, we got our first free bump of the night going in this queue right now. This is not out yet. I don't think. Is this out? This is not out yet, right? Yeah, this one's not out yet. Bo says clean. Carlito, what's up? Seth Norley says late night drive vibe. This is definitely a late night drive vibe. Don AK Boost says this is a vibe. Move slow. I'm here for you. No matter what. Gerard, welcome in for the first time. It's nice to have you. If you guys are in the chat, let us know where you're watching from too. I love knowing where you guys are at in the world. Take you home to mama, type it proud to show me love and what it's really about. It definitely rides, you know what I mean? I think in the right mood, I'm listening to this, I'm enjoying myself. Right now, I'm a little tired from the day. It's maybe a little too sleepy for me. I could definitely like nod off a little bit to this one. Don Boots says, is that a Dreamville type of sound? Definitely. We got Houston in the chat. Well, Houston originally, but now in LA in the chat. Part of me feels like if this was bumped up just ever so slightly, just like even like 5 to 10 BPM, it might hit a little differently. I would maybe explore doing a sped up just for people who don't want to listen to something that's a little bit more down tempo. That's about it. And that's more of a suggestion than a need. But I do think that if you bumped up the tempo on this ever so slightly, it would have a little bit more energy behind it. So I would do a sped up version just for people who wanted a little bit more energy. Because I could see this working at a faster tempo as well. But I like it. I mean, overall, I don't have too much feedback on the way that everything sounds or feels, because everything sounds and feels pretty good. It's really just for me the tempo. I need to be in the mood. I need to be in that kind of mindset to want to listen to something of that tempo anyway. Goon de Garcon, what's up, bro? Arkansas rep and LA now as well. Oh, I gotta connect you with my artist Ashoku who's out there as well. Remind me to do that when we get off. We got London in the chat. Jalen, I love that. I'm from the UK originally. I know we didn't talk about this when you sent me a message, but I'm from the UK originally, so I grew up in England, and it's always nice for me to connect to artists from the UK as well. That's like one of my favorite things to do. All right, that was K-Dame. We've got Galaxy Francis up next. 50 pointers. 50 pointers. What's up with your man's single from new collaborative EP with Kenny Burrow. So Galaxy is an artist out of Chicago that I've really been enjoying recently. Creatively, just has everything. Visually great, musically great, and like has that Chicago sound without just sounding like every artist from Chicago, which is also something I appreciate. So this one's called 50 pointers. What's up with your mans? I'm not sure. I'm from Peterborough originally, in Cambridgeshire, not too far from London. All right, this is 50 pointers. What's up with your mans? Galaxy Francis and Kenny Burrow. Let us know what you think in the chat. This one's our first one going into the playlist tonight. Emo Pup Beats us up. I like your username. And I'm good. A little tired. It's been a long day. I got release coming out tonight on the distro side and on the management side. So I'll be working that. But yeah, man, that 01733 area code. I'll never forget. What part of London you from? If you want to submit music, all you have to do is hit ! submit. Here's a link in the chat for you. If you want to skip the queue, subscribing or gifting a sub will guarantee you get played on stream today before the end of stream. Beat on this goes crazy, I agree. Whole thing. Vocal performance goes well too, like. The only thing I hear is maybe just too many plosives on the vocal mix. That's such a small detail though, like I don't know that most people will notice that. It's just something I listen for a lot, I think. That being said, that would not stop me from playlisting this, so I put it in the songs you found on Twitch playlist. Hey. Oh, Streatham. Grew up in Streatham. Dave Ways, yeah, I know what Streatham is. Dave's one of my favorites as well. I do everything. I love drum and bass, actually, so if you're sending electronic music, I'll listen to any type of... I'll listen to all genres. All genres are welcome here. I like all types of music. It's really just about talking about the elements that could improve, if anything. Overall, I like this one. I don't think there's anything I would really change about this. That Canva loop hard, too. Canvas? Yeah, the canvas is hard. Oh, you got some jungle in there? Whoa, we got jungle. We got drum and bass coming in? I'm not mad at all. I got to interview Dave at Genius. So for those of you who missed the intro that I was giving just about what I do, my job at Genius, like I used to interview artists a lot. So all of the UK artists who came through Genius, that was me really fighting and pushing for it. So I did everybody. I did Big Shaq, I did Dave, I did AJ Tracy, I did fucking gigs. I did Kano, which was one of the coolest things ever for me. I did like Craig David, Mabel, like literally like any artist from the UK who came through Genius. Like I was just fighting for that shit. You released drum and bass in Genius? We haven't yet, but I wouldn't be mad at it. I'm open to all genres just on the distro side of things. There's other things that I think about and look for though, like just outside of genre. So it's more about those other aspects. The genre part I don't really care about so much. Hey. 3:29, this is a good runtime, but it doesn't feel too long, which is always something that I listen for as well. If a song feels too long and it is too long, that's usually going to be something that'll stop me from playlisting it. But this one's really solid. It moves really, like, just quickly as well. If you're with us on Instagram, come join us on Twitch. We're live right now. If you subscribe or gift a sub, that is a guarantee that you'll get played on stream today as well. Would I be down to judging an R&B Song Wars stream? I'm not opposed to it. It's really just a time thing and whether or not I can find the time. All right, Memoir Gerard, let me know your artist names in the chat. Are the interviews public? Yes, they're all on the Genius YouTube channel. You can find them all here. I mean, I can show you. Like, here, boom. I was just doing this earlier. There's a playlist on my YouTube channel too. So if you want to go check out some of the ones that I worked on, you can always do this. So yeah. Some of you guys are about to get an ad right now, but for everybody who did just join us, because I saw like a big jump in people coming in, basically this is how this works. If you hit !submit, you can submit your music for free. That is available throughout the entire stream. If you want to guarantee that your song gets played on stream today, the best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub. That is a guarantee that I will listen to it, even if I have to go overtime, even if I have to go late. I will make sure that I listen to every single subscriber submission. You do not have to do that if you don't want to do that. Every 5 priority subscriber submissions, I will bump somebody up at random from the submission form using the spinning wheel. So please submit your music anyway. And then the last 30 minutes of the stream will also be dedicated to people who are in the chat taking part in what we're doing here. So we will make sure we bump up a bunch of people towards the end as well. Reason why you have more people coming in is because you're in the suggested channels in the music category on Twitch. Let's go! Yes, you can absolutely send that in, Memoir. Sorry, I got really excited about that because it's always nice when people get suggested my shit at random. I love it. So if you are here for the first time, I can do like a whole rundown of what I do and like what the fuck my job is and why you should care at all about what I do here. But for everybody who's in the chat who wanted to know about the interviews that I did, here is a playlist that I did of all the interviews that I've done at Genius. So in my job at Genius, I've been there for like 8 years, bro. Like I've been fucking interviewing artists. It is all submissions, yeah. If you want to submit your music, all you have to do is hit !submit. But basically, I've been at Genius for the last 8 years, man. Like fucking doing interviews with artists. I've been an artist myself. I produce music. I've been a classical musician since I was like 8 years old. But I started my job at Genius doing verifieds, deconstructed. So here's a playlist of a bunch of interviews that I did. I also have more than that. And then I also have a bunch of stuff that I booked for Genius too. So open mic was my baby. But that's what I've been doing for like the last like 6 years. And then the last 2 years, when you subscribe, will all submissions be bumped? If you subscribe, you'll get 1 bump. If you subscribe multiple times, you'll get multiple bumps. Or if you gift subs, you'll get multiple bumps. It's up to you. All right. Whew. So, yeah, that's what I do. And then now I run the distro side of things at Genius. So I'm signing artists to Genius and pushing music and putting music out. And that is what I do in my day job. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a nutshell on what I do here. This stream is about music discovery and also music feedback and helping artists develop and get better over time. That is kind of what we do here. Favi TV, let me know your artist name. And then Ilgia Ampy. I don't know how to say that, but also let me know your artist name. You do have to submit in the Google form if you want to get bumped up. So if you want to get bumped up, make sure you submit in the Google form, and we'll keep going so you guys can see it. The one that we just listened to was from Galaxy Francis, which is Galaxy Francis on Instagram. Man with a beard. Okay. Oh, there it is. All right, beautiful. Messiah, I see yours too. We'll get you bumped up into the priority queue. And then there's one more that I think I'm missing right now too, which is ILG. No, I got ILG. Okay, cool. No, I got everybody. Great. All right, next up we got Charlie Noir. It's a Google Drive link. God damn it. God damn it. All right, let's see what's up. You did, Bo? I didn't see anything come in, bro, but I got you. Your submission made it in from earlier. I think it's in the submission form, but again, if you subscribe or gift a sub, just make sure you let me know on stream so I can pull it up from the submission form, because I may not see it or it may not pop up, all right? Gia, okay, we're gonna bump up Man with Beard. Unless you have multiple songs, we'll bump up multiple songs, but if you want to get bumped up multiple spots, let me know, okay? It's hard for me to check. Yeah, it's there. Fabi, found you. Thank you. All right, we got another free bump going into this queue. All right, then I will bump you up 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I'm dead, bro. Unfortunately, that's not how that works. But if you guys don't want to subscribe, you can also donate on PayPal if you'd rather do it. It's like $5 to sub, so it's the same thing. Oh, sorry, it's not Messiah. Why did I bump Messiah up? Sorry. Okay, let us know what you think in the chat. Again, the only rule in here is to please be respectful of each other, so just keep that in mind when you're giving feedback. Constructive criticism is good, but just be respectful. There is no blue ones in the form. Green is played, red is the stuff we didn't get to in a stream. There is no light blue. Oh, that just means I'm highlighting the cell. That's all. I'm dead, bro. Okay, that makes sense then. Sorry. It's orange and green. I like this from Charlie Noir. This one's not out yet. The vocals are maybe a little loud. Yeah, BK, if you absolutely can. Just let me know the artist name in the chat again, and we'll make sure to get you bumped up, all right? If you are an automatic resubscriber, you do get one free bump a month, and Gundagar-san, I do see a submission in there. Oh, yeah, Frank Bonham. My bad. I'll get that bumped up as well. Thank you, Bo. Yeah, I think it's a bit weird because my feedback on this one is that the vocal does actually feel maybe a touch louder than it should to me. Gerard says vibe is cool, but it sounds a little monotonous at times. That's a fair point. I do think that like just variation in delivery is an important thing, especially for vocalists, which had some stacks here and there, says Gerard. Also a good shout. I'm very pro vocal stacks. You gotta have vocal stacks in your tracks, bro. That's sorry to say it like that, but I've just gotten to a point I think in my career and in my life where if it's just one vocal track on top of a beat, it doesn't feel like it's full enough. So those are just some of the things that I would think about going into the next Charlie Noir stuff. That being said, very, very good energy on the track as well. Do you have a record label? We are just distributors, but we do label services. So I am the whole team basically, and I do everything. Like I do all of the label services that I can. I do press runs, DSP runs, I do DSP pitching, I do curator pitching. We do social stuff, we do video stuff on the YouTube channel. It's a whole bunch of shit. This record's an intro joint, so I totally yeah, okay, well that's fair. With an intro too, I'm gonna take that into account. I do feel like the context of what a song is really important. That being said, Charlie Noir, 2 Eyes, if you're in there too. Marketing, yeah, I mean like I do all of that, so yes. Yeah. In a nutshell, yes. The thing is that I just do all of that, so I do every piece of it, which is why I'm always asking you guys, if you have questions, like, feel free to ask. Like, all I do is think about this shit and try and figure out how to make it work, so ask away. All right, this is not the right link. Sorry. You are next, man with a beard. First up, we've got Call You Up by RGHV Archive.
It's not RGHV, it's Rocket.
How much visibility? I mean, I don't think labels really do all that much, if I'm being honest with you, and I've seen it from the media side. Like, they'll sell you the dream of them, like, making an artist, but they don't break an artist. That is not on them to do, and they're not even gonna sign you if they don't think that there's something that's already moving and happening, so... Got next. I've been coming on your feet a lot lately? Good. Good. That's what I want to hear. Yeah, I fuck with this. Oh, an Indian-Canadian independent artist from in Toronto? I love that, man. I do like this a lot. This is very much in my space. I see the EP's coming out tonight. If you're in the chat, please make sure you put it in my release calendar so I don't miss it tomorrow, because I'll be doing playlist updates in the morning and also, like, content updates as well, okay? RGHV Archive on Instagram. I just followed. Damn, you from Amsterdam as well? Wait, I fuck with this. Who sent this in? I do wish the master was maybe a little bit louder. That's about it. Josh Lee, you sent it. I fuck with this, bro. I like this a lot. Are you working with this artist, or is this just something that you like? He's in school in Amsterdam right now. That's fucking sick. Amsterdam's a very cool place. A really great music scene, though. So if labels are not supporting an artist's visibility, what's the point? Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know that I see the point, personally. I mean, like, at this point in time, like, it's just a bank. Like, people will get shitty about this, but it's just a bank. It's just a loan. Like, most of the time, they're taking the budget that they give you and they're spending on hiring people externally anyway. I know this for a fact because I see it from the media side. So, like, they have publicity teams, they have digital teams. Like, it's just kind of a shit show right now, honestly, signing to a label. So I really wouldn't say sign to a label. Like, you can do distribution independently and you can run things yourself independently, and that's it. I think if you want to get to a certain level in this industry, labels is still a necessity because they do have resources and things that will help. it's just like you'll get into like it just kind of depends what you want from this. And I always tell artists this too, like figuring out what you actually want from your career and where you want to be at is a really important piece of this. Because like if you want to be a superstar, right? Sure, you're gonna need a label. There's gonna get to a point where you need it. But there are also like a lot of sacrifices that come with that, and things that you will be expected to do, and things that if you don't do won't fucking work, right? So like it's just kind of like I mean like it depends on what you want, right? Like my goal is playing in front of thousands of people as a DJ, then do gigs. You know what I mean? Like gig a lot, like do a bunch of DJ sets, do raves, do all that shit, put music out, get with like fucking other electronic artists and do shows and things like that. A label's not really going to be the thing that makes or breaks you, I think, in the electronic space. Like if you find a distributor that does label services that's in electronic and is getting hella fucking placements, like Alta Music works with one of our community members, Jev, and he's been fucking killing it, and they do label services for him. They put him on tour with people. Like he's fucking doing a great job of all this. You don't really need a label necessarily. Like a major label isn't really necessarily going to do all that much. You know what I mean? Lesurgic says, fuck, I didn't mean to do 5. That's okay. We'll bump you up 5 times. All right, this is Crying V8 by Man with a Beard, who I was just talking to about labels. Maybe what you need is a booking agency. Yeah, and the only way to get a booking agency, Rudy, is to also create a buzz and have hard ticket sales. So, like, you need to be doing shows, selling tickets, and being able to prove your touring history. So a lot of that is stuff you're going to have to do on your own anyway in the beginning. That's the thing, is, like, no one can really come in and do the work for you. You are going to have to do and build a lot of this on your own from the jump. Man with a Bit of Music on Instagram. Let us know what you think. What up, Meezy? Lesurgix, I'll bump you up 5 spots, bro. Let us know what you think in the chat. I like the build-up so far. I like the sound design. The sound design on this is very good. Yeah, I do fuck with this. That pick is cursed in the best way, says Zeal and Arda. A little, yeah. It genuinely looks like the back of a guy's head with like a super long mullet type thing. But I understand that it is a faceless man with a beard. I like this. I would like to hear more of that vocal sample come back in and out. I don't know if you have it coming in and out further in, but that's maybe the only thing I would say is filling up some more of that space with vocals. Clean production, BSE vibes. It will? Okay, great. Jalen says I want to write it now. 4:15's maybe a touch long, though I think in drum and bass it's maybe not that long. Electronic is different with song lengths. What are labels normally looking for in an ad agency when wanting to outsource or resolve connections? It's mostly connections, but track record. You know what I mean? Like if you've done shit that's worked in the past, you'll get hired. It's the same with anything. If you can prove that what you do works, then you'll get hired. Because there is a lot of people out there too that are just not, that don't do shit, that are selling people on it. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, I fuck with this. I do almost wish that the bass was a little heavier, especially in these moments that aren't the chorus or the chorus section. I think when it builds into the full drop and the drums come in, the low end is a little heavier. But with the synth bass, I kind of want to feel a little bit more than I do, I think. I do like this, though. Overall, like, this is definitely, like, in my taste. Are you planning on putting this out in DSPs as well, or is this just going to be a SoundCloud one only? I like the false drop there. That's always a nice moment. Real classic sound design on the drum and bass side. I do like this. Okay, fuck yeah. Make sure you put it in my release calendar, because honestly, like, I'll put this in my playlist. I fuck with this type of shit. Drop was really cool. I like the delayed drop. That's something I always enjoy in drum and bass and UK Garage, in all honesty. low conversion cost listeners that have good retention and engagement. Yeah, pretty much, man. Like, a lot of it is relationship based too, though. So if you can like get with managers and work with teams and then prove that like, yeah, I've worked with artists at a high level and we've gotten results, and that's what people are gonna want. I fuck with this a lot, man. Man with a beard .music on Instagram. Definitely make sure you let me know when that drops. I do like that a lot. All right, we've got our first free bump of the night. You guys are going to get to see one of my favorite parts of the stream already. So like I said, every 5 priority subscriber submissions, we'll do a random bump. This is not a guarantee you'll get played on stream, but it is a way for us to just kind of get more free bumps up throughout the stream. How do you let me know? There's a release calendar, bro. ! Releases. You can put the date in there. You can put your link to your Spotify profile. That's all I need. That's literally all I need from you. K-Dame, what's up, bro? We did listen to the song first tonight. You'll have to go back in the VOD to see what we said. I can't remember off top, but I think overall everyone was enjoying it. I think what I said was it felt a little slow for me and my personal taste, and that's the only thing that I heard that like, I wish it was like a little bit faster. So I think I suggested maybe just you doing a sped up version as well for people who like me, maybe like a little bit more pace to it. But at the same time, like I just felt like I needed to be in the mood to listen to something a little bit more down tempo. And that's not really where I'm at today specifically, so that's it. All right, Giros, 100 Grand Sam, we got you bumped into the priority queue. We're gonna do our free bump right now from the spinning wheel. So who's it gonna be? Who's getting our first one of the night? As always, let us know what you think in the chat. And if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer for you guys and hopefully bring you some useful information. Jord4 Never Died is getting our first free bump of the evening. Some of you guys are probably looking at the camera thing of me and being like, use the code KH for 3 months off free distro with 2 loss. What does that mean? So if you guys are looking for a new distributor to put music out through and you want to test it, I'm very pro 2 Lost. I'll say this all the time. Everyone is going to have different experiences with them, and that's the same with every distributor. But for me, I love their back end and their tools. So if you want 3 months to try it out and see if it works for you, just use the KH code and you'll get 3 free months. So if you're looking for a distributor to use, self-upload, all that kind of shit, you can do that. Check it out. Last release was on the 8th of November. You can send that in for some of the other playlist opportunities that I have as well. Like I said in the Discord, our community playlist is open until the end of the night, so you still have an opportunity to send it in there. Patrick, let me know what your artist name is in the chat. We'll get you bumped up. In the meantime, this is Jord4 Never Died. He just dropped his debut album, Good Girls Are Overrated. This is track number 3. Let us know what you think in the chat. Let's get into it. All right, cool. Patrick Hyacinth will get you bumped up. Read this. Yeah, that's fine, bro. Take your time. I do it every week. I do new music Friday playlist every single week, so I love this already. Very Jordan Ward-esque. I'm a Jordan Ward fan. Jord4 Never Died on Instagram. And I need to get Patrick Hyacinth into the queue. Again, if you want to guarantee you get played on stream today, best thing you can do is subscribe or gift us up. That'll get you bumped into our priority queue marked in orange. I do not do social media marketing consulting, but I do consultations. So, I mean, you can, if you want to hire me for consultation, we can talk about that. I basically just give people like 30 minutes or an hour of my time. If you want that, just DM me on Kayvan's house on Instagram. And I'll send you rates and services and how you can book consultations with me. I'll be doing more one-on-one consultations through the holidays because I'll have more time. So if you guys do want to get me for a consultation, just hit me up and I'll send you all of the information. Meezy, I have no idea, bro. I think if it's Messiah, it's down here. But again, like anything that's not in the orange, I can't guarantee we'll get to. We'll just try and get through, you know, either the free section or random bumps. I like this joint is ready to go. It's already out, so you can go listen to it. It's called Poison. It's on Jordan's most recent album called Good Girls Are Overrated, which has Stephen Thev on it as well, who I love. I'm gonna have to check out that song. I'm just gonna go ahead and save it. I like this though. I don't really have any feedback on this one. I just really like it a lot, and that's what we do. When I don't have feedback, we just we playlist, we save, and we gas up. Jord4 Never Died on Instagram. Make sure you go tap in with him. That one was called... I can't even fucking remember what that was called, guys. That was two. Sorry, it's been one of those days today. I've been so busy. That one was called Poison. All right, it's in the songs we found on Twitch playlist too. All right, next to our next 5 priority subscriber submissions, we got 9-4 up next. Debut release just dropped today. Congratulations on your debut. This one's called Houston Girls. Let's see what we think. Debuts can go any way. So I'm gonna just tell you objectively how I feel about this debut. And hopefully we'll be able to give you some advice as you continue to grow. But keep sending stuff in too. I always tell people, like, you send your first song in, there is bound to be notes that I have. Keep sending me music because I love to see artists develop over time. All right. What's up, Isaac?
Right around 16. Wait until the sun go down. Now I'm about to bring my bitch in. About to take your bitch down.
I actually do like this already. A little quiet on the master. That's maybe the one thing that I would say is you could cut the whole thing up a little bit. I like the texture on the vocals. It's very Bryson Tiller-esque. I love the trap soul kind of shit in general.
Now you still a pass around. Once you ready, been around. I don't make the rules. It's just how it is.
I do think vocal mix could improve a little bit. It's just dialing it in a little bit more, I think. Are you from Houston?
Now I've been the realest nigga, never been pretender. I whip in my pocket when I leave it, so just linger. Girls night, now they mad at home, you should just bring them.
A very PND little run than the Aaliyah. I love that. I love that run in general.
You said it was impossible. 20 minutes in, I got you at the climax. Fuck you through the day, no idea where the time at.
So one of the things that I do here is just the balance between the background vocals and the lead vocal. At times it does feel like the background vocals are actually louder than the lead, and that's something that I wouldn't do necessarily. Like, I'd cut the lead vocal up more and have that be the star, and then have those backgrounds just mixed in a way where they kind of back everything up instead of overpowering it when they come in. Hey, somebody says, yeah, very much Bryson Tiller and PND inspired type beat and vocals, definitely. Hey, Ariane, what's going on, bro? If you want to get played on live, just make sure you submit right here in the Google form. And if you want to skip the queue and guarantee you get played on stream today, subscribing or gifting a sub will guarantee you get played on stream before the end of stream tonight. I mean, all right, look, these are the things that I would tell anyone on their debut. Keep writing songs because your songwriting is going to improve the more and more you do it. Recorded this on BandLab, still trying to figure out mixing on that. That's great. That's great. I mean, honestly, like, the fact that you did that on BandLab too, like, just keep working at it. If this is your first song ever, which you're saying it is, like, just keep doing everything you're doing. The one thing that I will say, especially about being masked up and being anonymous, it is so much harder to break as, oh, with the guy who used to record Dende, who I love Dende. That's sick. That's gonna be really good for your voice. It's gonna fit really well too. The thing that I'm gonna say about social, it's hard to do the anonymous thing now. So I think just, like, you've got to figure out how to still give people your personality, even if you, like, you could stay masked up. There's not a problem with that. I don't have an issue with that necessarily, but you still need to figure out how to give people parts of your personality and help them connect with you as an artist outside of just music. And that's the one thing that I would maybe advise you to do on the social side, is just figure out how to still bring people into who you are, even if you are going to be masked up and keep your face hidden, which is fine. A lot of artists do that. It's just, don't be anonymous. Don't be like someone that people can't see as a human being too, because it'll make it harder for them to connect with you. But I like the music. I think it's a good start. Keep going. Keep doing the social content, because it seems like that's already doing something for you as well. And then, yeah, the vocal mix I think will help a lot. Just getting into the studio is going to help you elevate too. So please keep sending me stuff, because I do want to hear it as you continue to develop and as you continue to put music out. If you're with us on Instagram, come hang out on Twitch. We're live right now. We'll be live for the next couple of hours. We got Memoir up next out of New York. Spaceman will get you bumped into the priority queue as well. What up, Check the Rhyme? Welcome in. Welcome to the chat. We've had a strong start already today. Memoir. All right, we got a content piece.
Let's do it. Whoa.
Big 26 freestyle.
Don't need to make a wish. Clover bracelets on the wrist. Fuck luck, this guy did. I'm tucked, protection from devils roaming, they lurking.
I mean, the only thing that I would say on this is get better sound.
Now it's VV's on the ears, VV's on the teeth, not to mention VV's on the Jesus
That's the
keys.
biggest
At
thing
high
here.
school, my
Visually,
best
it looks
friend
great.
needed checking Sissy T. Now my
Performance is good.
shit looking like
Get a better
Spice
vocal
Love
recording.
NYC. It's God's favorite, the most patient, lows by high graces, emotions, and
I like that it's live, but I mean, like, literally get a mic, plug that mic in, record it live on the mic so you get the best quality audio as well. That's maybe the only thing I would say. This is Memoir on Instagram. If you're rocking with us, make sure you go follow.
I am the highest. I don't smoke, but I'm piping hot. Flyest, most charming. Give a fuck if you like it or not. Minding my business, take the road less, travel a lot. I speak my truth, and people just think that I'm bragging too much. These days, I'm even more.
Pretty hot though.
Sincerely. These days, I'm leaning
This beat
on
always
God.
gets me high. It says God Next Podcast. I do like it too.
Is it me or is it them? The pain solicited.
I do think the
Don't know
performance to
the
camera is great.
Pussy. Whoa. Whoa, Andy, what we doing? Whoa, Andy, what we doing?
Check the rhymes to slow down.
Whoa, and
Yeah, I
what
do
we
hit that
doing?
at times too. It's just kind of like making sure that you're hitting all of those moments.
God's favorite. Whoa, I'm the head, not the tail. Yeah, but Jesus, I never could tell. Whoa, I'm just freestyling off.
Do you actually freestyle this, or was it written?
Whoa, whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm not mad at this at all. I'm not mad at this at all. Again, the only thing that I would say is just if you are going to be doing these live performances, live freestyles, take a mic with you and just record the audio as best you can. Honestly, SM7B is great for that kind of shit. And that's why I like having it too, because like when you see people do content on social and they're doing it with a mic, usually they're using an SM7B. And I think it just gets you really, really good audio, and that's like the only thing that I would say. Bit of the Big Sean flow in there, but I agree about the audio. Yeah, it's just, look, you want your audio to be, like, it doesn't always have to be perfect. Like, I do want to say that, like, off rip. It doesn't always have to be perfect for social media, and that's one thing that I think a lot of artists get caught up on. But I do think that getting the audio right is a big part of getting the best quality content, because that is one of the things, like, people hear it, they might just get thrown off by the audio. Like, sometimes I would say even, like, fucking get, like, if you're recording it on your phone, like, use the fucking iPod headphones and just use the mic there, you know what I mean? And just try and figure out how you can get it to sound the best. That, I would say that's anybody. That's kind of it. Outside of that, like, I do think the content was actually good. It was just a spontaneous freestyle. I love that. More of that. Definitely keep doing that. Definitely keep doing beats that people are familiar with as well. I'm always telling artists, like, rap over shit that's, like, trending right now and people are listening to, because it'll just do well. But yeah, the Apple product's got good mics. You can get yourself a little lavalier mic as well. You know what I mean? Like, the shit that people use for content. And, like, you can hold those. You can get wireless ones. You can get wired ones. But I think it's just upgrading that audio. For me, the best thing you could do is maybe just get a SM7B, plug that into, like, either, like, a interface for a phone or something like that, or record the audio through a computer as well. Put the audio on the video, blah, blah, blah. Just, like, video production to make that shit even better. What do you mean, relax that comment? What does that mean? Britney Spears, Hold It Against Me, Lysergic's up next. This is some dubstep. So get ready for some dubstep. I always say this, I'm not the biggest dubstep fan, but I do appreciate good sound design, so if the sound design is good, I'll be happy. Usually Lysergic's sound design is really solid. Alright, let us know what you think in the chat. Is this a Britney Spears remix? Lysergic's on Instagram. You're in the comment section of that video? Of course, bro, of course. Can't believe you're a 36-month subscriber either. That's crazy. I do remember this Britney Spears song now that we're listening to it. Again, Lysergic's on Instagram. Yeah, this is actually crazy. Okay, the sound design on the synths is perfect. Again, as always, the pacing on dubstep. I've said this, if it's under 130 BPM, I have a hard time with just getting into the rhythmic elements of electronic music. I'm very much a 130 to 170 BPM kind of guy. But the sound design is very good. And the moments, like, to the details in the production and the arrangement that do it for me. This part right here is crazy. B section is very sexy. I agree with Martian Prod. This B section right here. Woo! Great job, Sibilance, no pain frequency. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, that B section was top tier. Doc Beezy in the chat, what's going on, bro? Nice to see you. Again, if you are in the chat, you want to submit music, ! Submit. We'll pull up the form for you to submit. And if you want to skip the queue, subscribing and gifting a sub is the best way. Yeah, Lysurgics, Britney Spears remix, at Lysurgics on Instagram, LS or LYSRGIX. That B section for me was really what did it. A section, like I said, A section was maybe a little bit slower paced. I think when you get into that B section of the production, though, it just hits you right in the fucking face and like in the best way possible. Carlito, this SoundCloud link is not working. Please resend it or send another link in. It's up to you. Just let me know when you've done it and I'll pull it up. Gerard up next, artist from Houston, Texas, living in LA. I rap, sing, songwrite, and produce. A jack of all trades. You love to see it. All right, let us know what you think in the chat. This is Gerard. Memoir, you got another one for me? Bass is a little loud, like just the sub on this is a little overpowering. Is on my side. I'm arriving while I watch the wrist. I take they paying off. I clock them. Only by the hands on shit I write out my conscience. Yeah, I like to take my time to speak my mind. That's honest. But then that time I like the flow on this a lot. Oh, bro, we appreciate you for that. Thank you so much for the support, bro. I really like the flow that you have on this. Middle name Gerard on Instagram. A cool voice. You got a good vocal tone as well. Mix is the biggest thing for me that could improve on this. Content's really solid too. I see you with the chaotic eyeball. It ain't so crazy thinking I designed it then. I'm in this space, feel like time continue on. As time continue on, I'm learning life a miracle. I ain't have to be here, but I step amongst the. There's maybe certain bars that I feel like could be like slightly improved upon, but I do think that that's just writing more and like making more songs. I do like how unique you approach the flow though. It's just dialing in that uniqueness. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you're still polishing that part off. But I like that you're not just doing the same shit as everybody else. Foil hard for sure, says Jiro's Vixen. You know they say, wait, it's all in time. No, you can't say none of the time yet. Okay, thank you, Carlito. We'll pull it up in a second. All right, if you were rocking with that, middle name Gerard on Instagram, make sure you go follow. I do, look, I like your aesthetic, and I like the fact that you're making a lot of content, because that's just an important part of all of this. So, like, definitely keep all of that up. Like, all of that is really great. I want to see what the style grows into, too, because it's just so different than everything else I've heard. Like, it almost hits that, what's his fucking name, bro? I always forget his fucking name. The guy who did the fucking poetry shit in the, oh, man, Foggy Roar. It's got that kind of Foggy Roar, like, more poetry, spoken word approach to rap, which I do actually really enjoy. I think it's really cool. But I think it's just dialing that in and really perfecting it. But I'm very excited to see what this grows into and develops into as well. Please keep sending me music. All right, Carlito up next. And I followed too because I want to keep up on my own. Carlito up next. Let's see if this one works for us. One song every minute in the hour. That's pretty sick, bro. 60 songs in 60 days is really cool. All right, this is Vile, unreleased Carlito. I know the sample immediately.
Carlito, what's good with you?
They sipping on what we sipping on vibe.
Makes a little bit of 3 stacks. I hear that too. Froggy's visuals were very clean. I agree. Emo Pup, you did not miss it yet. Curtis Mayfield, that's right.
That's that on my. That's that on my God. That's that
I like
on
this.
my
Carlito _ on Instagram.
That's that on my.
I like the approach to this sample because it's not, I'm used to hearing like a very specific type of music over this sample. You basically always, yeah, it's always going to be touch the sky ass when people flip the sample. But I feel like this is a way more current sound, way more like youthful than a lot of the stuff you hear over samples like this. So it's a cool way to approach a soul sample. I really do like this.
Check my DMs, when did we ever have smoke?
Joe said it's a vibe too. It's definitely a vibe.
You don't throw out your last life, but I'ma do my thing and that's for sure. They sipping on what we sipping on vibe.
One of the things you may want to do is just maybe add a little bit more variation to the sample, just so it changes up a little bit more in that aspect. And I can show you a beat. I try to show you guys beats when I have like an example to show you of like switching up a sample flip a little bit more, just to kind of like add more variation within the production. What's up, Cook?
There's that, oh my God. There's that, oh my turbulence.
So usually what I'll do when I'm sampling, right? Especially when it's like a soul sample and it's like, because like it can just get very loop based, right? So you've got to figure out ways to kind of like break up that sample a little bit more. So this is one that I did recently, right? And like I couldn't figure out what to do with it. So sometimes I'll play with rhythmic filters. Sometimes I'll like half time something, double time something. You could also like add gating. You can add chops. Like this one has gating on it that's almost like a stutter, so it goes into a crazy chop, which you'll hear come in a second. But I think when you're doing sample flips, the way to really make shit stand out is to have a section, at least, even if it's 8 bars, even if it's 4 bars, where the sample changes dramatically and is substantially different than what you're used to hearing in the other sections. And that just gives you a little bit more variation and movement inside of the chop. So the section I'm talking about is going to come in a second. You'll hear it. But it's just to add more variation, so it's not just a loop. It's not that the actual chop changed, but it's got that triplet stutter on it, right? And then we go back to the original. You know what I'm saying? So it's just adding that variation. I think that breaks up a sample and stops it feeling too loopy and stops the song feeling like it gets old. And then that comes back in my verse section. So this is chorus section here when I'm doing the arrangement, right? When we get back into the verse section, we drop things out, right? So we take out that bass line, which is also a sample. We just get drums, we just get sample. And then we get into the second part of the verse. Bass line comes back in. Stays a little bit more simple still, so you leave room for that vocal. But then builds into the chorus again where all the elements go and we go to the original sample flip. So it's just about arrangement. I think that's the thing, like as you get further into production, and for me it's even the same. The further I get into production, the more I learn how important arrangement is and how much it can really like make or break just the progression of a song. And I think that's also the thing. If you want to make longer songs too, sometimes that's the thing that can make it feel less long, is having that variation within the production. So just things to think about. But I like to show you guys because like obviously like I'm thinking about this stuff while I'm producing as well. So it's always nice to just share that thought process with you guys because I think it helps a little bit. How's the stream going? It's going great. We're about to do our next free bump of the evening from the submission forum. So let's see who it is. And thank you so much. I do really appreciate that. I love producing. It is one of my favorite things that I've learned how to do in my career. And I only ever learned it because I just had to by necessity because I was an artist and I fell out with my producer. And then I was just kind of fucked. And I was like, where do I get beats from? And so I was like, I got to learn how to make them. And now it's just something that I do because I enjoy it. We got Silk up next. Planning on putting this one out soon. I just need to get the arrangement on the production done. Hope you'll rock with it. Arrangement. The term of the evening. This one's Footsteps. Let us know what you think in the chat. And I'm always happy to play. I'll play you guys more shit too if you want. Like I got a whole pack of beats. Sampling is like one of my favorite things in the entire world to do. So. Such a good voice, bro.
Sold out clothes in my closet, never been rocked. I've been paving my own way off this hip hop. They can say whatever.
I fuck with
but
this
they
already,
can't
off
say
rip.
I'm not hip hop. Working on my craft, gotta keep my pen tip top. Couldn't care less about your wrist.
I want to hear more ad libs. That's it. More vocal layers from you, I think, will really round everything out and just elevate.
More than company, big side to the face. Nah, they not getting up as me. I told y'all the other day, there's enough.
Low-key thought that was J. Cole. Really?
Open mouth really on the way. Open mouth really don't play. I've been staying focused, getting paid.
I don't know who it reminds me of. It's low-key almost Kodak in a way without the accent.
When I toast up with my gang and when they look me in the eyes, they can see.
No, I really like your flow. I really like your vocal tone, bro. Like, I think that's the thing that stands out to me immediately.
3 piece branded on my vacuum seal, ain't no ziplock.
Like, I just need more of that shit in the background.
I've been paving my own way off this hip hop. I don't think they.
Just some shit like that, bro. Fill up some of that space. Kodak, Cole, and Quavo all at once, says Patrick. I'm gonna call you Patrick. I know it's Patrick, but Patrick is. It feels French. Patrick. Ad-libs would elevate this track for sure. That's it. That's the only thing I hear that is lacking. I feel you on the arrangement part too, but I like this overall. Look, if you're fucking with us, make sure you go follow, guys. Ome_silk on Instagram. Tone is definitely fire. That was one of the first things I heard, and honestly, like, I talk to artists a lot. That's one of the hardest things to figure out. You know what I mean? Is like dialing in the tone and the actual like sound of your voice. And I feel like that's one thing that Silk has already done really well, is like really dialed in the sound of his voice. Now it's just those additional pieces, the details, those things that'll make it elevated and take it to the next level. But overall, I'm liking what I hear so far. We've got Favi up next. All right, Favi, Roti. And just, again, for anybody in here who is an Asian artist, I did just drop a really, really cool opportunity in the Discord, specifically for the Asian artists in the chat. It is a contest that you can take part in. I'm going to drop the link in the chat again for you guys as well. Not all of that, and I can't delete it now, sorry. Just this fucking link that I'm going to put it in the chat. But I guess that's information about it, too. So if you are an Asian artist, all Asians are welcome here. This is a contest that Jason Ma, who's the founder of 88 Rising, is running on his new app. You can apply for it. There's a $10,000 prize, a potential distro deal with Empire Asia, and the opportunity to be seen and heard by a lot of like really top tier like Asian music industry executives, producers, and artists as well. So go take part in it. It's a really good opportunity. I wouldn't be telling you to go do it if I didn't think it was. But yeah, this is Favi with Roti, or something of the year. What does Roti stand for? I like the color grading on this video. My man's a Bulls fan. Me too. It's a rough time to be a Bulls fan for the last decade. So the things I would work on is songwriting. I think just in general, that's like one of the tougher things. Rookie of the year. That would make sense. Video is chill. I mean, honestly, you gotta make video content, so I like that you're making video content like this. Yeah, I mean, for me, the biggest thing is songwriting on this. There's moments that are really solid. There's moments that I think could improve. I mean, Nav is somebody that I would suggest you listen to, because I feel like you're kind of in that Nav lane a little bit. I also go listen to Don Toliver a lot too, and just kind of study Don Toliver. Like, one of the things I tell songwriters a lot is, like, if you have the same word or the same, like, idea of a word, like, if it's just the same word with, like, an additional part on it, try to think of different ways you can say the same thing in the next line, just to kind of add more variation, right? So, I think it's shit like that. To me, a great songwriter is somebody who can write a song, not reuse the same words or the same phrases while they're doing stuff like that, right? That's definitely something to think about. And also just like find new ways to say things. So that's one thing that I would kind of challenge you to do as you continue to develop as an artist and a songwriter, is just find ways that you can really separate yourself and be the standout in the space, right? So like there's a lot of people who make music in that space. I think for a lot of artists that are writing in that space, it can tend to sound a bit the same. So the thing that I would, I really consider on your part is just figuring out how to really differentiate yourself. The hooks are going to be extremely important, and making sure you have a really strong hook in that space is going to be really important. So those are the things I would think about. Otherwise, like, I think the video was pretty solid. I think the content was pretty solid. I actually didn't mind your on-camera performance was pretty solid too. I think it's just the songwriting is the thing that if you work on, it'll continue to help you grow and develop as well. All right, Frank Bonham, Girl, up next. Thank you, Next Up Live. I appreciate it, and welcome to the chat. It's nice to see you. I'm good, bro. How are you? Is this just a... So this is just a vertical. Interesting. Why did you make this just a vertical? Because I know I've seen this as a full horizontal video as well. Me too, bro. Pushing on. I'm tired. I got a release coming out tomorrow. A deluxe album. And then 2 more next Friday, and then I'm done with releases for the year, basically. I like this song a lot. I said it the last time we watched it too. I'm curious to know why it got chopped into a vertical only video. This has better edits. Okay, fair. What's coming out tomorrow? Oh, we've got a Ashoka Deluxe version of Dreamers Valley. Pre-save is still extremely important, though people tend to forget how important it is. That data is really good, especially for me as a distributor when I'm pitching to DSPs. That data is important, so pre-save is important. I'll put the one for Dreamers Valley Deluxe in the chat right now, because this is what I have that's dropping tomorrow.
I'll give you space if that's what's needed.
Here you go.
I know the passage hard you healing.
Ace says experimenting with flow also helps, like if you speed up or slow down the next line. Yeah, 100%, 100%. And you'll learn a lot from listening to other artists too, and listening to what they do. I just like, if you're a songwriter, listen to great songwriters and you will pick things up. You have to study great songwriters to become a great songwriter, in my opinion. If you're with us on Instagram, come join us on Twitch. We're live right now. Yeah, Spotify makes it hard as fuck. So Symphony is a good option. They have a thing called a Forever Pre-Save. I just put a Symphony link in the chat. You basically can get people to save everything forever so they never have to do it again. It's really the action of getting someone to go to another app and save some shit, which takes them out of it. But, I mean, if you're doing a project, you have things like the Spotify countdown pages, which only apply to full projects. Use that. It's easier to get people to save in platform when they don't have to go out of it. Sam says this is tough. I like this. I like the edits on this. It definitely feels a little bit more complete in the vertical version as opposed to the horizontal. But the song is still great. Symphony is a great tool. If you go to the Discord, you can also find a code, a referral code for you guys to sign up and use Symphony if you want. I can also bump that again in the Discord for you. Vibe is killer on that one. Definitely a fan of it. Shout out to Where Is Bo in the music who produced that one. It is amazing. But also Frank.Bonham is the artist. Make sure you go follow. Where Is Bo is the producer on that. Let me pull up his real quick. Go follow this guy also. If you're looking for producers to work with, this guy's a fucking beast. Tondra, what's up? So now I've pre-saved forever, like for any release. Yeah, basically. I think that's how it works. It's like, because like the thing you have to remember about pre-save is it's not really actually pre-saving. It's just giving this third-party app the opportunity to automatically put a song in someone's library when it comes out. So it's not that they're like pre-saving it and it's in their library. It's like a whole fucking thing. Like the technical aspects of it are actually like super complicated and shit. But yeah, create incentives, do giveaways, early listening opportunities. All that is very good. Personally, genuinely reaching out to people is definitely a great way to do it. You can't rely on friends and family to be the ones who do all of this shit, but it is at the same time a great way to get people to do it. Starting one of those channels on Instagram where you have all your fans, you can talk to them directly and interact with them, starting a Discord, doing all that shit. It all helps. You know what I mean? It's just figuring out how to communicate with your fan base and with your audience. Tondra, it is going. All right, it's been a good day. It's been a busy day. For everyone who is in the chat, we got about 15 minutes left until we get into free bumps from people who are here hanging out with us. But if you do want to guarantee you get played on stream today, you can still subscribe or gift a sub, and that will get you bumped up into the priority queue, which is marked in orange. We have 1, 2, 3, a free one, and then a fourth. All right, the next one is up by fifth year. I'm going to agree with Ace on Marty though really quickly. Most importantly, try to build relationships with the fans. You literally have to give them a reason to give a fuck. I'm constantly trying to tell artists, the thing that you have to get into your head is that you need to give your audience the why. Why the fuck should they care? Why should they listen to your music? Why should they follow you? Why should they keep up with you? That's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you have to give them the why, the reason why they should do any of the things that you want them to do or ask them to do. Spaceman, you are correct. I missed you, and I will get you bumped into the priority queue. Thank you for reminding me. So that's the thing, is you just have to get into this mindset of like, why would they give a fuck? It's the same thing for you. Why do you give a fuck when an artist drops something that you like, right? Like, what is the incentive that you have to care about their music? And that could be the visual aspect. That could be like who they are as a person. It could be the music itself. But you still have to be able to demonstrate that to the audience without them having to rely on the music being the only thing, which is why content is so important and why social content is so important. And so when artists aren't doing those things, they're kind of fucking themselves up. And I'm trying to tell them that all the time. The fans don't owe you anything, literally nothing at all. And I think that's something that I run into with artists a lot, is this entitlement of artists being like, oh, well, I deserve this. And I it's going to sound harsh, but there are so many artists out there. You actually aren't entitled to shit. Like, you need to literally give people a reason to care. Like I said, the why. And you need to give them an incentive to care and make them feel valued and wanted. Because if you don't, and you don't serve them, and you don't give them things to interact with, and don't give them content to digest, and don't serve their needs, they will leave. Because there is a bunch of other people out there that will give them what they want and will give them the things that they need, and they'll just fuck off. Like honestly, we're in a time where music is super oversaturated, and there's artists for everyone all over the place. There is content for everyone. There's podcasts for everybody. There are communities for everybody. So if you do not serve your community, then they will leave, and that is just what it is. You know what I mean? So like, for me, even on the content side, obviously the Kayvan's House thing is something that I do because I love it and I'm passionate about it. At the same time, I'm also hyper aware of the fact that if I'm not giving people a reason to give a fuck and submit music and be a part of what we're doing here, then they just won't. You know what I mean? Like, it's just as easy as that. The audience can be very fickle, and just as quickly as they came, they will fucking leave. So just keep that in mind, like, on everything you work on. We got fifth year up next. Let's get back into the music. The queue's looking good. We got like 5 more priority subscribers. We're going to do free bumps for the last 30 minutes of the stream for people who are in the chat. It's more of a rapid fire mode, but stick around if you want to get bumped up for free. And yeah, but if you want to guarantee you get played, subscribing, gifting a sub is the best way. This is AV by Fifth Year, B Cave and Dame Black. I've truly enjoyed pretty much everything these guys have sent over in their duo. Hey, let us know what you think in the chat. And just so you guys remember, we are going to do another stream on Saturday this week, where I'm going to go through some of the interviews that I did in person with community members recently too. That's fine. You don't have to spend bread. I'm fully aware of how much this shit costs, which is why we have the free sections for everyone. The paid skip queue is just for people who want to do it and can do it. But I don't want to price people out. That's why we have the free bumps. I do kind of wish that the vocals were a little bit further up in the mix on this one than they are. But I really like the vibe of the song. Fifth Year, 3 R's on Instagram if you're rocking with us. Make sure you go follow. This Randy's Donuts is iconic. It's one of the few places that I've actually been to in LA. I love the aesthetic. I love the content you guys are making right now too. It's very cohesive. And I talk about this all the time. Being cohesive is a super important thing. So you guys are doing a great job on that front. Great job. Keep going, guys. Again, this is Fifth Year. This song's called AV. We put it in the songs you found on Twitch playlist. Something like that they put out is also another song that I really enjoy from them as well. This one's produced and mixed by B Cave. I would just be mindful of that balance between the sub and the vocal. That's lit. That's literally it. That's the only thing I already hear where I'm like, all right, that could be a little bit better. Tandra said we'd love a dope piano breakdown somewhere in this track. That could be cool. I'm not mad at not having one, but it's never a bad thing to add instrumentation and have an instrumental moment, which you do kind of get here as well. I mean, you've got the guitar part that's happening, which I do like. Sounds pretty original, says Next Up Live. It is. They've definitely got their own sound, and that's what I really appreciate. Something like that is maybe my favorite song I've heard from them. Front Porch I also really like too. But again, like, these guys are like, what, like a year into being a duo, if that. Like, you guys were doing stuff independently or individually for a really long time. Yeah, like, they've really only been making music as a duo since like this year, or releasing music as a duo since this year. So it's still a relatively new pairing. And I do think, like, for where you guys are at and how many things you actually have put out together, you're doing a great job. Sammy up next, 100 Grand Sam on Instagram. This one's called Gongo. Let us know what you think in the chat. We are going to keep moving forward. We've got one more priority subscriber submission and then another free one using the spinning wheel coming up after that. Again, if you want to guarantee you get played on stream, subscribe, gift a sub. That'll get you bumped into our priority queue, but not a must. Just stick around and hang out if you need to.
Notice me, notice you. All of me, all of you. Only thing that I know. Nothing else.
I feel like I know this guitar loop.
Sitting there waiting for you to open up your door. Girl, I know you see it when you talking, what you stalling for. Not asking much.
Sammy Cook, says Tandra.
Give me your love. I can show you a little song.
I like where this is going vocally. I do wish there was a little bit of more of a build from a production standpoint. That's probably where it loses me a minute in. It's just this. It's a lot of like tension building without any tension release in the production. And with just the guitar, it does feel a little empty, even with the vocal stacks. So that's maybe the only real feedback I have on this one. Is just like I wish there was a little bit more in the actual production and arrangement than there is. It feels a little empty on that front. Let us know what you think in the chat if you are still here with us as well. We always want to know what you guys think of these songs.
Trust me, girl, I know your time is wasted. I'll make it way worth the risk.
I would also love to hear you push your vocal into the higher octave if you can. It's so in the lower register, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you can push your vocal and try and hit some of those falsetto notes, hit some of those higher notes in the higher octave, I do think like stacking with some of that layering would also help. Like I hear some of it in the background, you know what I mean?
All I know is I want my baby. All I know is I want you, girl.
Like that kind of shit. Like even if you're doubling it, even if you're form and shifting it. Yeah, we need some more of that, especially if it is going to be a really stripped down track with just guitar and vocal. It's just stacking more vocals in there to fill up some of those gaps and spaces. Harmonies would be fire, today's harmony, and vocal runs, I agree with that too. Big drum break would be fire, like live drums, says Tandra. I'll sing to you guys. You guys can make me sing to you if you really want me to. It's an option in here. You can use your channel points, maybe sing a song. 100 grand underscore Sam on Instagram if you like that one. Make sure you go follow. Yo, keep doing your thing, bro. Like, you know, I've been listening to you now for like a year plus, and I do feel like you're finding the right pocket for your vocal as well. Like, it's nice to hear you do this more R&B leaning shit. It's not what I'm used to. You know, like, I remember, like, the first stuff we listened to was way more rap heavy, but I do like you in this melodic space. Now it's just polishing off and adding those details in there to really round everything out. Jaros Vixen up next. This one's called 228. Let us know what you think in the chat, guys. We got a free one coming up after this, then 2 more priority subscribers before we get into free bumps from the chat. So stick around. Fuck. The energy this came in with from the rip. Jaros Vixen on Instagram. Tough.
You ain't got no motion. That business that you standing on, but you ain't getting no taller. Nigga think he up for real, sipping on that tussie. I don't do no fussing. Already learned that lesson.
Yeah, I love the personality in the vocal. Advice, cut the vocal up a little bit. Make sure that the sub isn't overpowering the vocal. You can cut your ad-libs up a little bit too. Overall, I really like the sound and the feeling of the track. It is just the mix, I think, for me that could be a little bit stronger.
Nigga, get into it like I'm running out of time. Shoulder lean that fat Joe, I was barely getting by. Put this shit on 10.
Very good though overall. I do like this song. I'm gonna tell you right now, you get this mix right, it is 100% going on my playlist without a doubt. Oh shit, Patrick Hyacinth is from Poland? Hey, 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 hey. What? 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 Sub could probs up to the mids a bit more, says Tandra. I feel that. I think it's just finding that balance between the sub and the vocal. You do that, you'll be good. You might be outside, but you ain't outstanding. You might be outside, but you ain't outstanding. That's a bar, too. Catchy as fuck, bro. Great job. Jiro's Vixen on Instagram. Bro, I'm tapped in. I'm gonna definitely be keeping up. I like that. It's just the mix for me. That's it. It's just the mix that could improve a little bit. Overall, I really like the song. The energy is right. The vocal delivery is right. The fucking like attitude you've got in the vocal is really one of the standout pieces for me. Like, that is something I'm constantly trying to tell artists. They need to match the energy of the production. You match the energy of the production without fail on that one. Free one coming up. Who's next? Nice bar. I'm about to steal this, is Patrick. Look. People do that all the time. Noah, you are... Oh, shit. I didn't realize you were formerly Gold Rose. That makes a lot of sense, because you always had that kind of, like, just great delivery and energy in your delivery. Damn, why'd you do the name change? What's up with the name change? Just SEO? All right, this is Noah. Bad Dream featuring Ibis. OMG Noah. Let us know what you think in the chat. I know, those random spins, man. You never know where it's gonna land. Nearly clutched it. Don't worry, we're getting into our free section soon. OMG.Noah on Instagram. Did a whole rebrand, I love that. Oh, I fuck with this as well. I do like this. I like the ridiculous distortion on everything. That's totally fair, dude. I love the production on this. Vocal fits really well. OMG.Noah on Instagram. He is not Mad OX. What up, Zedarius? This shit is cool. I can't even say that I don't like this. It's youthful. It's new. It's like what the kids are listening to, in all honesty. Not all of this shit stands out to me, but this does stand out to me. This kid's got a nice voice. I don't know if Noah's in here. Whoever sent this in is in here right now, but I do like this. Yeah, the melody's really hitting for me on this one as well. No, I like the mix on the vocal a lot. I think it really fits with the whole feeling of the song. The melody was hella catchy. The production was really nice and fun to listen to. I think all of those things make it really good. I'd be interested to hear other music from the same artist just to see if I fuck with it the same way. But that song stands out. So if that song was out on DSPs, I'd definitely playlist it. I don't know if it is yet or not. If it's out on other places in SoundCloud, please send it to me too so I can playlist it. But yeah, I like that. Patrick Hyacinth up next from Poland. Song's fully produced, mixed, and engineered by me. The song's about the confusion of adolescence. Very confusing time. Feeling stuck in your hometown with big ambitions. Definitely understand that one myself. Frustration that comes with it, a lot. Time slipping away and wanting to spread your wings in a place that doesn't encourage it. If anyone fucks with it, I'm really happy and thankful. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you for sending it in, Patrick. All right. Lights out. Patrick Hyacinth out of Poland. Let us know what you think in the chat. What part of Poland are you from? I'm assuming a small town. But which small town?
I'm not a wanna keep, make you lose sleep. Overnight, lose yourself, put a blame on me. Cause your judgment sucks, so you forgive.
You know what? I already really like this. I don't know how to say that, but we're gonna look it up. It is a small town. So you are from here, which is... Yeah, you're from a small town, bro. This is very dope. I like this too. So for reference, I'm also from like a decently small town. And I spent my whole childhood also wanting to get out. This is the town I'm from in England. Same. So I definitely get it. So the things that I would encourage you to do, all right? Vocal mix could improve a little bit. It's a little quiet. It's a little buried amongst the instrumentation. The production actually sounds really great. I think the master needs to be a little bit louder. Imagine a sparkly synth kind of dancing around in the May hook, says Tandra. This stacked vocal moment here is perfect. I would maybe suggest that you do more of this vocal layering with that higher and lower going together throughout some of those vocal, like verse sections too. The master's a little quiet, but I really like the direction of this. Like musically, you're in the right space. It fits your voice really well, and the writing and production is dead on. So definitely keep pushing it. I would listen to the Montel Fishes of the world. I would listen to artists like Dominic Fike and people in that space as well, just for inspiration. But I really, really like the direction of this. The mix is the only thing to me that could improve. I'm going to save this in the playlist for now. I'm going to come back and listen to it before next Tuesday to see if it makes it into the content. But I like the direction musically that you're going in. And aesthetically, it all makes sense. So definitely keep at it. Patrick Hyacinth, 2 H's on Instagram. I followed as well because I do want to keep up with you, bro. Keep sending me music. Did you do the drums live? Because they sound like analog drums. That's maybe the only other part that I would say is that like the drums feel a little bit louder than the other instrumentation in the production. So I'd maybe just figure out the balance, but I think that's it. It's really just the mixing is the thing that if you get down, everything will kind of come together. But it feels really good. I couldn't even say that it doesn't feel good. It's very much in addictive drums too. Nice. Nice. That's a good sounding drum VST. All right, Spaceman up next. Just dropped this on Tuesday. It's my favorite instrumental off the EP, which drops December 10th. You might need to post the username for Insta in the chat. Feel free to do that, Patrick. Feel free to put it in there. And don't worry about it, bro. You're like, what, 2 releases in, 3 releases in? It is quite literally just a process. It's just the process. You're just going to keep getting better the more music you make. And I think for you to be 20 monthly listeners and this is the quality already, pretty good, man. Like, keep going at it. Keep at it. Don't let anybody tell you to quit at all. Me and your friend, Spaceman, up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. This is our last priority subscriber submission of the evening, which is perfect because we can get into some free bumps from the chat. Actually, let me pause it. So before we get into this song, if you are in the chat right now on Twitch, Gusto, come join us on Twitch. If you're live on Twitch right now, let us know your artist name in the chat. We'll do free bumps for the rest of the stream. We'll put it into another queue. It'll be more rapid fire, so we'll listen to about 60 seconds to 90 seconds of each song. We'll still get feedback. We will still pull up socials, and that is what we're going to do for the rest of the stream. So if you're in here, put your artist name in. I'll pull you into another queue. You can resubmit music if you want to submit more music. That's also fine. Patrick, you have a good night. It's late for you, so totally makes sense that you need to go to sleep. Yeah, Mikkel, let me know your artist name. If you're in the chat, let us know the artist name. I'll pull you up. You have to submit in the Google form still. Me and Your Friends by Spaceman. Give me a second to catch up with you guys as well, okay? And if you are in the chat and you're not paying attention, you're going to fucking miss your chance. So put your artist name in the chat if you're here. Listen. Listen. Jalen, what got you bumped up? Vicky S. Mikkel. Oh, yeah, Michael. Tundra. I like this already. Is that it? We've only got 5? If you're in the chat, put your artist name in the chat right now. For real. Got like 23 people in here, but only 5 people? You guys not listening. I do wish there was a vocal sample in this, but I do like it. Check the rhymes says sorry. Actually, you don't. If you're working, don't. Like, if you're working, you don't need to apologize. It's for the artists who are in here not paying attention and then want to be like, "Yo, bro, did you play me yet?" Nah, because you're not paying attention. But I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna do your shit for free if you put your artist name in the chat right now. There's gonna be a vocal version soon. Sick. This is gonna turn into me singing to you guys if we don't get enough submissions for the rest of the stream. Fuck it. I'm gonna just sing you guys karaoke for the next 30 minutes. You guys, you know I can see who's in the chat, right? Like I can see all the usernames that are in here that haven't said anything, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself like, damn, I know this motherfucker's gonna come in here in the chat in a minute and be like, yo, you didn't play me yet. And I'm gonna be like, yo, it's 8 o'clock, it's too late. Jalen says I'm here for singing stream. Like, I can do it for you if you want. Right here, this section, bro. This section right here. Squash Groovy is also Bedrooms. Look, Bedrooms is in here all of a sudden. You have a song for me today, bro? We're in the free section. Put your artist names in the chat. Sorry, I'm being super harsh on everybody right now. I love this section. I low-key wish you'd gotten to this section maybe just a little bit quicker, in all honesty. It gets very good here. Diane, yeah, of course. If you have multiple, you can put it in. We got time, bro. It's 30 minutes. It's 25 minutes of free submissions. In theory, that's 25 songs because we'll only do about 60 seconds of each song. That's maybe ambitious, though. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if we'll get 25 songs in this section. Especially if I get distracted and start doing other shit. I don't even know if I could sing to you guys. I like that section a lot. Cazette, what's going on? Use this form right here that I put in the chat for you. Please submit your thing. We're doing free bumps for the rest of the stream. I know you just dropped, so I want to make sure we play it for everybody. And congratulations on the new drops, too. I really was hoping we'd get to work together, but the timelines just didn't match up. So let's just stay in touch, because you've been killing it. Ready for me, Ace Harmony. Like I said, we're in our rapid fire mode right now. So we'll listen to about 60 to 90 seconds of all the songs. My homie that sings for Leon Bridges is going to be on it. That's fire. So we'll listen to about 60 to 90 seconds of all the songs in this next section and try and get through as many as possible, okay? Yo, don't even. You don't have to be thankful for me. Just keep doing what you're doing because you're doing a great job. And it's awesome to see young artists just put so much time and effort into actually, like, doing really great shit. More prominent sub layered under says Tundra. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad about that one either. Okay, Ace on Marnie, this is ready for me. Let us know what you think in the chat. Out of Vancouver. Aha. What part of Van are you from, bro? My wife's from Van, so I spend a lot of time in Vancouver. I'm Ace on Marnie on Instagram. Might have asked you this before already. You got feelings that you've never felt before. I got feelings that I never got. Oh fuck yeah, bro! I'm in Burnaby like all the fucking time. My in-laws live like right by Brentwood Mall, so I'm like fucking like in the Brentwood area. My artist Isaac Zale lives in Burnaby as well. My wife's from Burnaby, so. So you like East Van? You could probably tell me exactly where you're at, and I think I would know. Okay, you're near Brentwood? Yeah, fuck yeah, bro! I'm gonna be in Van like all of December. I can't wait. It's gonna be so nice to be back there. I used to spend like months at a time in Van, so I got a lot of love for the city.
Yeah, I will show you what's good for sure.
Yeah, I like this.
'Cause I got a lot.
I like this a lot. Reminds me of Majid Jordan. Reminds me of fucking Division. 90s culture, Wexy. All right, bro, I got you. Vocals Fires is Mikel. Michael? It's Michael, right? Because I get it, you bumped up as well. Yeah, definitely Weekend as well. Yeah, this is like a thing that you'll only understand. Every time I come back to New York, I fucking wish that I could eat White Spot. And it's like just not... White Spot and Cactus Club are the two things that I can't get in New York that I wish we had in New York that you guys have in Vancouver. That's it. Just those two things. And low-key Cockney Kings. If you know what Cockney Kings is, you're a fucking... You're a beast, bro. Comment was good. We're doing free bumps right now. Trilogy era Weekend, I would agree. Oh, those runs, bro. I like that a lot. I am Ace Armani on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with that one. I just hit you, bro. Very good. Definitely down to hear more from you, so make sure you send more through, all right? We got Jalen and Baby up next. We did just listen to the whole song by accident. Whoops. Whoops. My favorite spots in New York. It depends what you're looking for and depends where you are in the city. Yeah, what favorite spots for what? And I'll tell you if you can tell me what for, because I got a lot of places I really love. This is Starboy Mastered by Jalen and Baby, Jalen.B, whose question I answered recently for my Q&A content. So thank you for asking that question, bro. I appreciate it. Oh, you know Will? I didn't know you knew Will Reed. We love Will Reed in here. Oh.
My girl silly, my mon Sherry. Very first mistake
yep.
that you could rap with me the way that
Jalen.B on Instagram. Yeah, I fuck with this, bro. Yeah, Will is the boy, bro. When he came out to New York, I had him come play football with us. He was there for like a week, and I was like, bro, come play football with me. This is great. You do need to do more social media content, and that's the first thing I'll tell you. To have nothing there is crazy. Cheap Eats, BK, Queens Manhattan, my best Chinese food. Best Chinese food spot in general is Han Dynasty. It's a little bit faster. It's not super expensive, but it's like just delicious, and like the ingredients are really good. There's one in Long Island City. There's one in the East Village. Is Willabala? He's not bad. I gotta be honest. This is great. More ad-libs, more doubles on the vocal. Sorry, we are in rapid fire, so I gotta stop it there. But Jalen.B on Instagram, go follow. Definitely do that. Queens Manhattan. I'm not in Queens all that much. I wish I could say I'm in Queens more than I am. But best Chinese food spot for me personally is Han Dynasty. I also have a nut allergy though, so it's something I have to think about because I will die if I go to certain Chinese spots where they don't care about my allergies. So that's why Han Dynasty is one for me that's like probably at the top of my list. Cheap Eats in Brooklyn. I mean, if you want great pizza, Polly G's Slice Shop. Delicious. Amazing. There is a place at Jubilee Market where they do sliders and they are $1.50 or $2 each and they slap. They're amazing. Blue Collar if you want like a fast food-ish kind of experience that's a little bit better than fast food. Dos Toros if you want a Chipotle-esque kind of like local like chain. Delicious. And then there's like a bunch of expensive restaurants that I could tell you as well if that's what you're looking for. Vicky up next. This is Unavailable. A Guyanese girl born and raised in Queens. Shout out to Queens. Let's go Queens. If you want to know all of the great eats though in Queens and New York, you should definitely follow what's his name? Righteous Eats on Instagram and on TikTok. That guy is great at what he does, especially highlighting local businesses. Just Paris, what's up, my dude? Cass, what's going on? We're in our free bump section right now, so if you have a song you submitted, just put your artist name in the chat, and we'll try and bump you up for free. So, darling, this is our end game. Vixie Music on Instagram from Berkeley. All right.
I'm unavailable to you.
This is pretty solid.
I'm unavailable for you.
Vixie Music on Instagram.
Close my heart, won't play the fool. So I'm unavailable.
Ace, you have a great class, all right? Why do you have class in 10? Where are you? What class?
Do you think you deserve to know I'm fine? You're busy bickering.
There's maybe aspects of the mix that I think could improve a little bit. I'm trying to put my finger on what it was exactly, but there is just aspects of the mix that I think could improve, especially in the instrumental more than the vocal. The vocal sounds pretty solid, and the actual vocal control and everything is really what impresses me about that one. But I followed, I'm definitely trying to keep up and listening to more. You got philosophy class, fuck. Blue Skies, Michael, 7th up next. I've playlisted a couple Michael songs now that I really liked, but still a relatively new artist. This one comes out 11/26.
Chasing bad by the empty of the task list. When my dogs ain't no barking.
Oh my guy. I'm really fucking with your music, bro. It's very cool. I love your approach to hip hop. The production is all really cool. MYE.KEHL on Instagram. Yeah, bro. Definitely let me know when this comes out. Put it in the release calendar if you haven't. I'll be supporting this for sure.
Making moves in silence while I'm letting out the woosah like 2-5. I just send me out, rose up too high. It's blue skies, still a couple clouds so we don't run dry. Working so my mama can walk.
Did 7th produce any of the other stuff you put out so far?
Upgrade the church. Working till I don't gotta stress.
Because if you did, stay locked in. You guys have great chemistry.
Working through my mess like custodians. Was covered by a mask just like the public when COVID hit. Kobe 2012 and barely open. Still I'm find a way.
Bro, I like really fuck with your music, man. Like truly, like. Was this like 2-3 songs in? Like I like everything that I've heard from you so far. So please keep sending me stuff as you release it. We'll find more ways to support. This is Chichiro. Chichiro. This is the Tundra remix of the Billie Eilish song. Hard, bro. This is a cool remix. That's your oh shit. Stay locked. Well, you guys are locked in for life. Keep working together. You guys are making some cool shit. _ Tundra _ Is there going to be more vocals on this or just the Billie Eilish vocals in this remix? And is this on Billie Eilish's SoundCloud? I'm confused. Yo, no problem. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you for sending music in. Yeah, make sure you connect with other people in the Discord community as well. And if you haven't joined, hop in the Discord too. This mix is really nice. It's a good remix. We're not doing the paid skips anymore, but just put your artist name in the chat if you've submitted and I'll bump it up. We're doing free bumps for the rest of the stream. And I'm going to do another stream this weekend, but the stream this weekend is just going to be about watching back some interviews that I did and just chatting with you guys. It's not going to be anything more than that. I think the thing that I would like to hear in this one, because I really do like it, what was the Kwame Brown? Boom. Yeah, if anybody else is in here and they're trying to get bumped up for free, let me know in the chat what your artist name is. I'll put you in the queue. We'll get it. We're just doing shorter, like 30 seconds, or 60 to 30 seconds. 10 seconds of your song. I'm lying. 30 to 60 seconds. 60 to 90 seconds of the song we'll play. Fuck, man. Sorry, it's been a long day, guys. I've sent a lot of emails today. Sometimes my brain is mush. All right. Diane up next. Not Dylan. Diane. Wish you well. Let us know what you think in the chat. Midnight 9. I'll pull that up as well. A little bit quiet on the master of this one immediately. That's the first thing I hear.
Don't think that I could say the same.
Love the sample flip. Oh, Tandra, the thing I was gonna say is use some more of those, some more of the vocals to chop up and add in some more details throughout. That's the thing that I think that needs. Is just some of those in-between moments where there's no vocal, doing some more vocal chops with the sample. Okay, first thing I hear, other than the master being pretty quiet, too much reverb delay on the vocal for me, for my taste personally. I always say my rule of thumb with reverb delay is when it feels like a separate element that you can hear separately of the vocal, that's when there's too much. To me, I can hear it as a whole separate thing, so that's why it feels like there's too much. The other thing that I would say, and I say this to a lot of singers, dial back the vibrato when you are recording your vocals. Just does not translate the same way on recorded vocal as it does live. Save that vibrato for when you do a live performance. It just never sounds the same when you record it, if I'm being honest. And it makes it harder to do tuning and things like that to smooth out your vocals. Recording vocals is really about getting the cleanest vocal recording you can get so you can do all the additive stuff to it. You could add vibrato in if you really wanted to, but I think when you record too much vibrato, it just never sounds good. Like that is like a thing that I hear every time I hear an artist who has like a really strong vibrato. It's always better when you do it live, but when you do it recorded, it just never translates the same way. Like it actually just like makes the vocal performance feel shakier sometimes when that vibrato is coming through on the recorded. And honestly, like not everybody will agree with me on that, but I think for me, that's one of the things that I always hear. And as a vocalist as well, it's something that I think about, you know what I mean? Like it is just different when you're trying to record a sung vocal. There's just so much that you can do in post that like, if you can just get a really good flat, clean vocal recording, it is so much easier to do all the stuff that you want to do to it in post than it is to try and record a super vibrato vocal. Cause then when you're trying to tune things, that can really fuck up the tuning. Like it literally does just make all those things that you want to do in post so much harder to do. So I always tell vocalists, try not to record your vibrato when you're singing. Just save that for your live performances because then you can really wow people with it. You know what I mean? But it's not something you necessarily need to get in the recording. First thing, Abe the Kid up next. And not everyone's going to agree with that, bro. I'm telling you right now. It's just, that's my opinion on it. Truly. I love this. Mix on this sounds amazing. Abe.is.abe on Instagram. This is great. Immediately playlist this. Mix on this is fantastic. Love the vocal layering. Love the instrumentation, love the vocal performance. Smooth vocals, says Cash. This is crazy, says Michael.
I want you like America wants their bodies all up in a pile. I want you like the dudes on the corner want you to
very catchy. This is really cool. This is really cool and different.
I want you like an empty playground praise for a child. Everybody wants somebody, makes them feel important.
Yo, what is did he actually set himself on fire for this? What is going on there, bro?
First thing in the morning, let you know.
Is that just projected? That's crazy. Off air, we kind of closed the priority queue, but let me know the artist name and I'll pull you into the priority. We'll play it before the end of the stream. I got time. Okay, fuck yeah, bro. That's tight. Put it in our New York City Link Ups channel in Discord too. I like that one a lot. We got Kazette up next, then 90s Culture, Kwame Brown, and Midnight at 9. You didn't send some. Oh, do you just subscribe because you want to subscribe? I appreciate that too. You know, I mean, you can cash that in another stream if you want. You don't have to do that today. All right, we got Care from Kazette up next. I fuck with this artist heavy, bro. Self-produces. We love female producers. That's always something that I'm very pro. It's just more female producers in general, but Cosette produces everything himself, writes everything himself, and just creatively really carries it. Ooh. No, you're good. I mean, you can save it if you want. I'll be back on Monday doing this music feedback again, so you can always send it on Monday if you want to be at the top of the stream. Kazette Lunsford on Instagram. I'm so excited for the rest of this roll. I mean, I've already heard this whole project as well, so I already know that there's a couple songs that I'm waiting on that I do really like. I can't believe I missed Rain also. But this one came out already, right? This came out today? Yeah, let's go ahead and put this in this new music to this playlist tomorrow already. Again, at Cazette Lunsford. It's so cool. You like it. You just have such a cool like aesthetic already. Like you have your sound, you know what it is. I think that's one of the biggest pros of having artists to produce their own music. Everything's cohesive. And shout out to the homies over at Sun Pop as well. Yeah, this shit is very cool. That one's called Care by Cazette. Short, sweet, easy to listen to. Make sure you go follow. You'll see that in our new Music Who This playlist tomorrow when it drops. 90s Culture, Wex the Machine, and Wex the Master, not Wex the Machine, Wex the Master and Leonard. This is Street Knowledge. This is really good. I agree, Bedrooms. Make sure you go follow because that's sick. I'm a big fan.
You could never be ill as me. You ain't never been deprived of essential needs.
Saved.
Never suffered, been downtrodden, ain't never bleed.
Saved.
Ain't never been publicly humiliated.
Fucking Check the Rhyme knows my taste.
Never been forsaken. You could never be ill as me. Fan the flames that set my soul ablaze like blood from an open vein when a verse is laid. Conversated with
bars.
Remove every remnant of a facade. Deposit daily, make it
Just bars on bars on bars that we're getting right now, bro.
we can all get filthy rich. I fortify my mind. They taking shots, they hardly make a ding. Life's a coin flip, my coin be double-sided. Life's a game of chance. And once
Oh, you said it? Fuck it, I'll play it before we get off tonight.
My lyrical two-step beat too in-depth. Shake the walls of those who slept. Double my profits for the times I wept. Quiet as kept. I made some noise and
Butch raps and is playing the horns. He's playing horns on this too? Let me go follow him as well. Wex the Master on Instagram. Oh, my man is a sax player. That's cool as shit.
Funny seeing you corns all in rows, little bow wow. Autobiographical, I'll tell you just what I'm about.
Yeah.
The way I got a pen, shorty trying to kick it round the house. Late to the function, but I'm on that time still.
Yeah, I like this.
Ball, gotta catch this in the outfield. My daughter 10 years old, she just showed me her first cartwheel. Flipping on you boys, 10 men ain't got no heart still. Ain't buying her.
Chat is being shy today, but it's okay. It's a Thursday.
Send you to the skybox since you want to score keep. No hand to hand, but your boys spinning.
This is all about me anyway. It doesn't matter if the chat's being quiet. I can carry this shit on my own. I can tell you guys what I think on my own. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It is important that you guys chime in the chat. But the chat is being shy today. Yeah, I'll fuck with this one, man. Super, super hard. We got Kwame Brown, Midnight at 9, and then Off Air, and then we're gonna go hit a raid. Off Air said he'd be rapping and saxing at the same time. That's pretty cool, man. I fuck with artists who do more than one thing. I think just in today's world, like, you gotta be multifaceted, and that's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? This one's called Bliss. It's in the key of C. It's 92 BPM. 92 BPM is pretty slow. I'm off the slow shit right now, like, fully off the slow shit. I don't even have bars for you guys. I don't even have raps that I can drop. Damn, that's a bummer. Yeah, whoa, whoa, yeah, 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 whoa. Shit right now to see if I can find any. Hey, whoa, whoa. See if I can find some old lyrics just buried in my notes. Slipping through the cracks. Had an image in my head of life and where I would be at. 25 was supposed to be where I was living, plays and racks. I've been working trying to save, put some money in the bank. Got a girl I'm trying to cut, she tied my hands behind my back. Couldn't quit her if I tried, and I ain't likely trying that. Fell in love at 19, took a break from writing raps. If you asked me 17, would've said it never have. Stayed down in the south for a minute, flipped a couple ounces for the vision. Worked an office job, quit and had to hustle hard, made my name now. Yeah, I'll make a motherfucking living. That's from fucking 2017. Whoa. What's up, what's up? Oh! Yeah, yeah. I like this beat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. as always, Kwame Brown, just with really, really good fucking beats, bro. Like, you got to tap in with Kwame if you haven't already. All right, Midnight at 9 up next. This is a visual from Caspa, who is honestly like a video producer and director I already fuck with in our community as well. If you're in LA, make sure you tap in with him and try and get some work in, because honestly, you'll leave with a better visual if you do. This is Midnight at 9 with Palace. Let us know what you think in the chat.
I think these niggas is challenged.
Yep.
I'm just trying to find my balance. I'm not trying to hide my talents. Not Jamaican, they call me a gallus.
I gotta go save this song on Spotify as well. Midnight at 9. Palace. This is getting saved in the playlist. Videos from Casper are nasty all the time. Literally all the time. I don't think I've seen a Casper video that I have not enjoyed. This dude's got the eye, bro. Like, he's just got it.
I got a bad bitch doing my hair. Yeah, hold that shit down when I'm out there, when I'm out here. Diamond Bessa, ask me how I went down over Mexico. Good in my cup, I count the cancer.
Yeah, this is really solid, bro. It's exactly what it needs to be.
My baby, you know that shit mine. You driving me crazy, my lady, but you be the best time.
Song is hard too. I like this.
This ain't a challenge for me. I'm just trying to find my balance. I'm not trying to hide my talents. Not Jamaican, they call me a gallus.
Solid. I like that. Midnight at 9 on Instagram. Midnight at 9. That was easy. That was easy. All right, last one. Off air, and then I am going off air. I'm going to take you guys on a raid to another Twitch channel where you can submit your music. Like I said, if you're in the chat, guys, look, don't fucking miss out on the community playlist is still open. So if you just drop music, if you're in the chat, submit for the community playlist. It closes tonight at midnight. Closed. All right. I already extended it for a couple more days just so I could give you guys more time to submit. So if you are in there, make sure you submit for the community playlist. I'll be listening to those and picking my favorites for the next update. Make sure you submit your music for the community playlist, please. All right, don't fucking miss the opportunity. And then there's also stuff on the Kayvan's House page too. If you don't get played tonight, you can submit for the songs I found in the comments, which is something I listen to every week as well. And our release calendar, where you can submit your new releases that are coming up either tonight, tomorrow, next week, whenever the fuck. Just put them in there. I'll be listening. It's one of the first things I listen to on release days. This is Follow the Light, off-air remix. And this is going to be our last one for the evening, unless you guys want me to sing you a song, and then I'll sing you a song just to sing us out. Maybe I'll take us out. If you want to send the song for the community playlist, you have to join the Discord. It is in the community playlist submissions channel. Spotify links only, so just keep that in mind as well. I'll flag all of this stuff for you guys in the Discord when I get off too, all right? Just join the Discord if you're in here, though. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Did you know I love drum and bass? You didn't, but now you do. I love drum and bass. And if we didn't get to you tonight, make sure you resubmit your music on Monday. We'll be back doing another music stream on Monday, but this weekend we're going to do a little impromptu, fun, kick it, watch some interviews, and chill kind of stream, so make sure you keep your eyes open for that as well. Yeah. I do actually really like this. It's solid sound design. I love the drum break on this as well. This is a remix of someone else's song. I don't know if I've ever heard The Forgotten before. So this is a remix of The Forgotten song. Hey, we were just listening to you, bro. Your music is gas. Great drops on this. Great drops on this. Oh yeah, I like this a lot, man. Killed this. Really great job on this. What up, Jason? Hope you're doing well, man. We are just wrapping up our live stream right now, but I do this every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 8. Listen to music and get feedback on Twitch. I just leave open the Instagram so people can come join if they want. This is V1. I love it. Great job on V1. All right, let's see who's live right now. We're going to go on a raid. I'm going to take you guys to another Twitch community where you can submit your music. Maybe get feedback, maybe get playlisted, whatever it is. Just somewhere else you can get support that isn't just me as well, all right? Though it does appear that literally none of my friends are on stream right now, which is kind of crazy.
Gold section, that is a...
And none of the homies on? That's crazy. That's insane. Very weird. All right, maybe I'm not going to raid. Fuck it. No one streams on a Thursday night anymore. I guess that's what it is. I mean, we could go to Orion. I know nothing about Orion, but... All right, fuck it. This is where we're dropping. We're dropping in. Drop your shoots. Thank the bus driver. We're going to Orion Reacts.
Like, it just has
I know nothing about this dude, but we're gonna go join his stream.
big bassy tones in there.
Unless you guys want me to
I
sing you a
remember that.
song, which you don't. So, peace. All right, make sure you hit the Discord, the Instagram, all that good shit. I'll see you guys in the chat over there. And as always, VOD will be up on my YouTube tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Keep an eye out for the new playlist updates tomorrow as well. And that's it. Thanks for a great stream. Shout out to everybody who was in here. Shout out to everybody who sent music. I appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. And I will see you on Saturday to go through some interviews that we did, all right? Peace. And come on this raid with us. We're gonna go see Orion Reacts. So come through, come through. Come on the raid.
We're a Death Empress by Disembodied Tyrant. No, you didn't put Tyrant. Disembodied Temptress. But yes, we have. Yeah.